Stay tuned as we take a look at this Marvel Legends Boom Boom from the Wendigo Build-A-Figure Wave. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we continue our Marvel Legends reviews as we take a look at this Wendigo Build-A-Figure Wave, aka the X-Force Wave. And today we're looking at Boom Boom, who has been around in the comics a lot longer than you probably think, but she's most known for being a part of the X-Force, where she fell in love with this guy with no legs. So yeah, she's looking nice with her all pink jumpsuit, and she comes with a couple of effect pieces and an interchangeable head, so you have to appreciate that. And I do quite like the look of this effect piece, which seems to be coming out of her hands, and of course a Build-A-Figure piece for the Wendigo. We get a nice graphics picture on the side and then on the back with a little bit of a write-up, and then as always you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Wendigo Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Boom Boom. So as always, these are looking good. Another new character for me to add to the shelf. So let's get it open. And here we have Tabitha out of the box, looking very nice, just simply displayed like this. I always appreciate it when you get display pieces that represent the character's abilities, and Hasbro have done a decent job with Boom Boom, and I like that she's got the bubble in her mouth as well, the chewing gum, just like Jubilee, and she's got those green visors, those massive shades. We do get an interchangeable head, of course, without the bubble gum, with the bright pink neon lips. And then we get another effect piece, which is just separate from the hand. We get an interchangeable hand that can maybe be used to hold that, which is nice. And then as always, we get a Build-A-Figure piece. So this is for the Wendigo Build-A-Figure. So come back, once I've reviewed all the figures in this wave, I will review the Wendigo and tell you all about him. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised by this figure. It's got a lot more in the box than some of the other figures, which will mix up the display a little bit. So let's zoom in and show you what we got. So the first close-up of the head that comes packaged with, and as I said, she is blowing a bubble gum. So that is non-removable, that is stuck in there. I like her earrings as well, very unique to the character, and there's some decent sculpt and paintwork on the hair. Some nice paint in there, so that's a good job from Hasbro. And then the effect piece she comes with as well, while I'm zoomed in, is like actually attached to the hand. So the hand is like a translucent orangey yellow, which turns into this energy blast, as she can manipulate energy, and she creates energy balls, and she even can create the time when they go off. So yeah, this is looking nice. So again, you can display your character with her abilities on the shelf, which is a nice touch. So let's change it to the other head. So if you don't want to casually blowing a bubble gum, you do just get this interchangeable face with no bubble gum, and you can see those pink neon lips, same earrings and the same visors over the eyes. Both sets of eyes can't be seen, the glasses can't be taken off, and they're not even translucent, it's just solid green. But I don't hate that look. It is very much Boom Boom from her X-Force days, so I appreciate that. The rest of the figure though is pretty simple, as she's all pink. Every bit of her is pink. It's a pink jumpsuit, apart from the few bits of, shall we say, maroon. So she's got this maroon jacket on, which we've seen in a few figures before. I think where the 80s Storm had a black version of this. She's got a separate belt piece, which isn't to be taken off. There's no peg, it's just a separate belt piece. And then she has this bit on her thigh here, which does always slip down annoyingly, but it will stay there. Maybe you want to get some glue to that. And then her boots as well, instead of being sculpted, they're a separate piece. So the shoes, you can see the pink there underneath, because it's just a separate piece that sort of sits on top of the shoes, but it does make it so that it doesn't hinder the articulation. There's some decent ankle pivot there on the shoe, but you've got to push that down there so you don't see the pink. They're sort of like bunged up shoes. But yeah, she is looking very nice. So she comes with that hand, and then of course that hand from the box, but we do get an interchangeable hand if you do not want to display her with her powers constantly. So we do get an extra hand, which I like. So there we get two hands for Boom Boom. And then we get an effect piece as well that isn't attached, which I quite like. Again, it's same as the other one, just a translucent sort of orange, decent sculpt, but it's all orange, so you can't really see the sculpt. But it does work to represent her powers, and I'm sure you can get her to hold this if you squeeze it in between her hands or something. Again, it's just an extra add-in for you to play around with, pose however you want, but she can sort of hold it. I wonder if she can hold it like that. I guess it's a balancing game, but yeah, there you go. She can hold it like that. So then you could get her maybe with both hands. You can use this effect piece. As I said, this effect piece is attached to the hand. So maybe I should show you that separately. So that is the whole effect piece. But again, you can get her doing that with that hand, and then in that hand, you can get her holding her effect piece. So now she has double the boom boom. So as I said, Boom Boom has been in the comics probably a lot longer than you think, but she's mainly known for being part of the X-Force team, of course. So let me give you a brief explanation of who Boom Boom is in a segment I like to call Boom Boom. Who is she? This is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is she? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character this figure is inspired by. So, Boom Boom, who is she? Real name Tabitha Smith is a mutant with the ability to create glowing orbs of energy which she can turn into blasts. Her first full appearance was Secret Wars #2, issue 5 in November of 1985. After first being involved with the Beyonder, she eventually teams up with the X-Factor, then the New Mutants, and finally X-Force, where she falls in love with her teammate, Cannonball. So there you go, and please remember, I don't claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters these figures are inspired by. And yeah, I'm really liking this Boom Boom. I don't have as much attraction to the character as I do the Nightcrawler and Sinister. They're more nostalgic for me, but I do think Hasbro have done a great job, and this is probably in third place when it comes to the wave so far. At least she has legs, and as I did mention previously, her boyfriend from X-Force is of course Cannonball, which now makes me think I wish I had legs even more for this guy, so I could pose these two next to each other on the shelf without him blasting off all the time. So yeah, but these two, they're a pair, they're meant to go together, just got no legs. Maybe if I can just have them crawl around near her. Let's say he had an accident. So yeah, there we have Boom Boom and her boyfriend. And here we have Boom Boom compared to Psylocke and Blink, just because they're all fun, colourful looking characters to display on your X-Men shelf. And here she is compared to Nightcrawler and Mr. Sinister. And I've reviewed both of these figures, so go and check out the playlist and the videos tab and all of that good stuff. And I think these three are going to end up being my top 3 of this wave. So there you have it, final thoughts. As I said, I really like this figure. I'm not going to bore you with articulation or anything like that, as it's on one of the standard female Marvel Legends books. No double jointed elbows, but the rest of it's decent enough, especially if you're just going to have it displayed, something like this. And this is a good representation of the character for your shelf, using her ability, so I like it. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, was this one a pleasant surprise for you as well, or are you not a fan? Would you prefer a different version of Boom Boom? Let me know in the comments below. But as always, check out the videos tab for all of the other reviews in this Wendigo wave so far. But most importantly, help me get to 10k by hitting that subscribe button. Thank you very much, and as always, my name is Dan W, and I shall see you on the next one.